I'm here with today.
Roland Lequi.
Brent Hiranaka.
Josh.
Eric Francis.
Sherry Gebhardt.
What did you think about the documentary?
It was excellent. Really impressed.
Wonderful. It was thought-provoking, it was interesting, it was tear-jerking, it was heart-rendering.
I really appreciated just how honest Bob was with all of the experiences that he had and how he found a way to get through that and how he's turned it into something for more people.
Incredible. Very powerful documentary.
I really enjoyed it, yeah.
Did anything move you in the documentary at all? Anything struck you?
Just how relatable these topics of mental health are, especially since the pandemic. I've noticed it much more with my own family and friends, and the way Bob kind of weaves these issues together with his own story is tremendous, very impactful.
You know, I think where it was the whole idea of men don't talk about stuff, and I'm probably guilty of that, like everybody, like most other men. So that was the part where it got me, and it's kind of, yeah, we should talk about stuff.
What most struck me was when he would talk about how he would go out to the crash site by himself and have a beer by himself and talk to his friends. That really touched me.
You know what? I thought it was just really thorough the way there were a lot of people interviewed for the piece, a lot of people that are part of the story. It wasn't just a few journalists talking about it many years later. There were principal actors in the actual, story.
I felt that feeling of being away from home, and then to have that tragedy on top of that, with the anxiety just from being away at a very young age, right? And to have the trauma that happened to Bob and his teammates really struck me.
Do you recommend this movie to anyone in the athletic world or outside of that at all to spread awareness of mental health?
Yes, I think this would be a great opportunity to get these conversations going with sports teams in particular, younger teams, younger players that may not be able to start these conversations.
I would recommend it to anybody because in my mind it's a life story that's got a hockey background and a hockey culture background. It's not a hockey story, so it doesn't have to be an athlete. It's a story about life, and it's a story about tragedy and dealing with tragedy in your life, and it doesn't have to be related to hockey.
100%. I would recommend it to any Canadian out there. Although it's a story about a man, I think you can generalize that experience to every single person in Canada, man, woman, or child.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the great takeaways in this is the I Got Mine movement, which, quite frankly, I mean, I think that it's no matter what you want to use it for in your life, I look at it as something that I could just see someone in my life who's struggling a little bit with addiction or something. Something is not right, and you can just say to them, go to the I Got Mine website or watch this movie.
Oh, definitely athletes, absolutely, right? Because they can see back in the 80s where there wasn't any help. Yeah. And it was taboo, right? And it was shown as a weakness. Yeah. And so now they can see how far we've come, and they can actually step forward and not feel shame.